If you are going into another week feeling like you need to get yourself together, you want to pause just for 1 minute because you don't need more motivation. You need a reset. So grab your smoothie or a cup of tea and join the conversation. Let's go. As I've been navigating this season of this midlife reinvention, I've realized that my reset isn't just about getting organized. It's about resetting my energy, my mind, and my intentions for the week ahead. So today, I want to show you what my Sunday reset looks like and give you 3 questions you can ask and 3 questions you can use to create your own. Now, during Sundays, when you're getting into Sunday, a lot of times you're just running around and you might be like, oh my gosh, I forgot to do this, this, and that. I got to go work in the morning. I got to do this. I got to do that. Maybe you didn't get something finished from the last week and you're having to wrap it around for the next. Or you might feel like, okay, if I only can do this one thing, maybe I'll feel a little better. But sometimes we're not lacking motivation. We're carrying too much forward. So in midlife, we have so many different responsibilities and priorities competing for our attention. Sometimes we want or need a different productivity outlet, or maybe we need a moment to just stop and decide what actually deserves our energy. So take a look at this. I wanted to show you this because last week I had so much work to do, but I was reminded that my podcast episode, that was something very important that I needed to get done. So that podcast deserved my energy for that particular day. So that's what I was talking about when you need to find a moment to stop and decide what deserves your energy. For me, a reset doesn't mean spending hours getting my life perfectly organized. It's simply creating a little space between the week that just ended and the week that's about to begin. So right here, I am getting ready to actually start creating this video. Getting everything organized, putting things into folders. I like to use Google Drive for things. That's how I like to organize all of my content in one place. Also on my list is to make sure I edit my video version of my podcast episode. So for those who don't know, I am a podcaster as well, and you can find me at Time for Wellness podcast on most podcasting platforms. So one of the identity shifts that I'm making in midlife is realizing that I don't have to consistently or constantly react to my life. I can become more intentional about what I want and how I want to live it. So I'm not trying to become a completely different person. That's not it. That's not what this reinvention wheel is all about. What I'm trying to become is more intentional about the woman I'm becoming. Remember, more intentional about my time, about my energy, my schedule, everything. That's really what this season is about for me, and maybe for you too. Even not only reclaiming your energy, but also your curiosity, your health, and creating the kind of life that gives you room for things that matter. Because that's what I'm doing, giving myself room for things that matter the most to me. So, what's your story? I would love to hear more about that. Make sure you subscribe and also leave a comment so we can have some conversations together. So, if you want to create your own Sunday reset, I want to give you 3 questions. So, first question is, what do I need to release from last week? What do I need more of this week? How do I want to show up for myself this week? So here's something I'm learning. A reset doesn't mean starting over because you failed. Sometimes a reset simply means you're gathering enough information from the week you just lived to make a different decision about the week ahead. Let's say that again. Sometimes a reset is just gathering enough information from the week you just lived to make a different decision about the week ahead. That's the lesson. Now, you don't have to overhaul your entire Sunday. You don't have to make this, let me do all these different things, because then by the end of the day, you're exhausted, and then most likely you won't do anything. You'll have that decision fatigue, you know that? So just choose maybe one or two intentional things. You may decide you want to add some movement 3 times this week. And it can be Monday, Tuesday, or Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, or Tuesday and Thursday. Or maybe protect your energy for an hour. Just put your phone on Do Not Disturb and just kind of relax and just have that quiet time for yourself. Or maybe make that appointment you've been putting off. Or spend less time scrolling through your phone. Yeah. I want Sunday to become a moment where we remind ourselves that we're still in the process of becoming. You don't have to fix everything today. You just need to decide you want to show up for the next 7 days. That was a mouthful, right? So, before you rush into another week, give yourself permission to pause. Remember, you don't have to fix everything today. You don't have to have the whole week figured out. Just ask yourself, what do I need to release from last week? And what do I need more of this week? And how do I want to show up for myself? Remember the 3 questions? You can always rewind and get those 3 questions, take a screenshot. Just a reminder to make sure you actually ask yourself those questions. So I'd like to know what came up for you. So once you've answered those questions, if you want to leave a comment and share, I can hold you accountable. And just think, just one thing, what is that thing you're choosing to reset for this week? What's that one thing? Now, if you are in a new season of creating a new chapter for your life, subscribe to the Midlife Time Traveler. We are in this thing together. One mission, one day at a time. Until next time, while you have the day, make the most of today. Bye for now.